An animatic is a video storyboard. Now, an animatic can be as simple as just setting the timings on your still art, or it can be as complex as having camera moves, layers of audio, animated layers, transitions, and more. You can make your project look just like simple animation if you want. Building an animatic is really simple in Storyboard Pro, as it's so easy to add sounds and motions and transitions as I'm working. So let's start with how to add motion to a layer. So anything that's on a layer is going to be affected by what we're going to be doing. So I'm in the project file 11_01, and I've got it set to live action. So let's go to scene 1, shot 25, panel 2. It's this one with Elo Sotoveso with his hand up in the air. I actually want him flicking his hand into the air a little bit as he's talking. So let's go ahead and we'll select that layer. That's hand_1. I'll turn on and off the eyeballs so we can make sure, yep, that's everything on that layer, and that's what I want to move. We're going to be using a tool called layertransform. That's over here on the left by our drawing tools, and it's the squiggly line with a green button for first frame transform and a red button on it for last frame transform. So first frame transform. Let's take this, and I want to zoom out just a little bit here by using my zoom out button, and make sure I'm selected again. This is my rotation point. You've seen this before. I'm going to move this down on the arm a little bit because in addition to just moving the hand, I have to grab a line of it, moving it down, I actually want to rotate it down just a little bit too till it's almost out of frame. All right, that looks pretty good. Now let's go to last frame transform. Now it, in this case, remembered exactly where I was at the beginning before I moved the first frame transform, but I want to move it up and over just a little bit more. So now when I scrub, all right, that motion looks pretty good, but how's the timing going to look? Well, let's see. I can hit play, and it's just going to go on to the next shots. Okay, but I just want to keep playing this panel over and over. So I can hit the play panel button, and it stops. So let's loop it. So I'll hit play panel and loop it. You know what? That's a little too slow. So how do we adjust the speed of a layer move? Well, I make that panel shorter. So let's just reduce the time on that panel just by dragging it over. Hit the panel play. Now that looks perfect. Hey, Cerveso, as I raise my hand. That's exactly what I'm looking for. So you can see how easy it is to add motion to a layer. And I can do this with having a car pass through frame, a baseball flying across, birds flying in the air. I can move anything as long as it's on its own layer. And I can animate every single layer I have in here so you can have all sorts of motion going on. So not only does it help set timings for the animatic, it's also really cool. This layer transform tool adds motion to any element, and now I can make it look like limited animation and more represent what the finished project is going to look like.